Smith & Wesson is one of America's oldest manufacturing companies. Founded in 1852, it remains one of America's last manufacturing companies. Having been used in many conflicts, including the Civil War, it has a sure place in American history and is synonymous with Americana. However, there's three problems we must address with Smith & Wesson. The first question is, can we protect Smith & Wesson's brand image in the internet era? I believe we can. The second question is, can we do so in a fiscally conservative way? To that, I also believe that can be done. And lastly, what is wrong with Smith & Wesson's quality control? The internet is a problem for Smith & Wesson. People use the internet to gather primary data from other people using Smith & Wesson products who they would have never been able to interview before. This is disastrous for Smith & Wesson because much of what has to be said on the internet is not favorable to Smith & Wesson's image. The main problem is with quality control on Smith & Wesson. One only needs to search the internet for a few minutes to find the many chat rooms and websites dedicated showing how Smith & Wesson has very little quality control over their products. As said earlier, primary research is the reason for this. People are contacting other customers who have unfavorable experience with Smith & Wesson products, and primary research is used in collecting data for firearms because they are very expensive. To this, I propose Smith & Wesson buy an X-ray computed tomography machine, such as the Nikon STH225. What it does is it allows the company to take an X-ray image, a 3D image of an object, and discover if there's any failures in the frame, such as cracks. This is very important in that Smith & Wesson test fires all of its firearms, and because firearms are routinely subjected to controlled explosions, these cracks may very well form on our products. This would help brand image because it would keep the bad guns that have been test fired and tested on the X-ray computed tomography machines. It would keep the bad firearms from ever being shipped to the distributors. Thus, it would keep unfavorable reviews of firearms off the internet. I suggest we purchase one of these machines within 2 weeks. Staffing for such a machine can be done with hiring an additional worker per machine. Using X-ray technicians as an employee, it would cost the company about $60,000 a year per employee who specialized in computed tomography. Or the more fiscally responsible way, we can train existing quality control engineers to do the job. Nikon provides training for all individuals interested in learning how to work the machine through on-site training. A machine such as this would cost $277,000 to $416,000 depending on configuration. In addition, the $60,000 a year per employee hired if a new X-ray technician specializing in computed tomography was used. However, costs would be offset with a mere increase in 277 additional units of Performance Center models sold. Performance Center models are the high-end models of Smith & Wesson. They cost more and they are made with better materials and put together from the ground up entirely by hand. The cost of these generally cost around $1,000 and up. So to offset the cost of a machine, a $277,000 machine with bare minimum qualifications, only 277 additional units of this product must be sold. I do not feel that is a hard goal for Smith & Wesson to reach, especially when such a machine will help improve brand image, which will take away negative reviews on the internet. I request to purchase the XT-H225 X-ray and computed tomography scanner. I suggest purchase within 2 weeks. Installation can be done within 2 to 3 weeks for delivery. And I just want to remind the staff that costs will be offset with only a mere additional sell of 277 Performance Center models. I think this is a very positive step for Smith & Wesson, and I feel it must be done.